April 3rd, 1882. A quiet house on Lafayette Street. Jesse James, now calling himself Tom Howard, stands on a chair to straighten a crooked picture frame on the wall. His mother's needlepoint. His back is turned. Bob Ford, a new recruit in his own gang, draws a pistol. One shot behind the ear. Jesse falls dead at 34. No blaze of glory, no final stand. Just betrayal in his own home. His name was Jesse Woodson James, the outlaw who robbed banks and trains, rode as Confederate guerrilla, and became America's most famous fugitive. Part killer, part myth. You're listening to Blood on the Saddle. True stories of the men who burned across the frontier. Some wore badges like Wyatt Earp last week. Others defied them like this one. I'm your host, Ron Menser. Tonight, Jesse James, the rebel turned robber who fed the legend of the Wild West outlaw. Let's ride. Act 1. The Forge. Born September 5, 1847, near Kearney, Missouri. His father was Robert James, a Baptist minister and a hemp farmer. His mother, Zerelda Cole James, strong, fierce, Southern to the bone. Jesse grew up on a farm with his older brother Frank. They were educated, from a respected family, until the border wars tore Missouri apart. Civil War hit, 1861. Jesse was just 14. His stepfather was beaten by Union troops. His sister tortured. His home raided. The family sided with the South. By 16, Jesse joined William Quantrill's raiders, Confederate guerrillas. He rode with Bloody Bill Anderson, fought in brutal hit-and-run raids, Centralia Massacre, Lawrence Raid. He was shot in the chest twice, once while trying to surrender. He survived. He hated the Union forever. The war ended in 1865. Reconstruction brought more raids on Southern families. Jesse and Frank turned outlaw. February 13, 1866. First daylight bank robbery in U.S. history. A County Savings in Liberty, Missouri. $57,000 gone. The James Younger gang was born. Let's take a rifle break. War scars a man deep. Jesse lost his innocence young. Raids, torture, betrayal. He could have gone home, farmed quiet. Instead, he chose the gun. Revenge first, then greed. But when the world wrongs you, family hurt, home burned, you decide, forgive or fight back. Jesse fought back. But unchecked rage turns to destruction. And that's the line. Defend what's yours, but don't let hate own you. Or it ends in blood. Yours or someone else's. Act 2. The Crucible. 1866 to 1867, the gang robbed banks, trains, stagecoaches, over 20 major heists. Took around $200,000. Killed at least 17 men, some in cold blood. No Robin Hood here, no evidence they gave to the poor. They kept it, spent it. Newspapers painted them romantic, defenders against Yankee banks and railroads. Jesse wrote letters to the papers. He fed the myth himself. But facts were colder. Murder, terror, no mercy. On September 7, 1876, in Northfield, Minnesota, there was a raid, and it was their biggest mistake. The Gang of Eight hit the First National Bank. Townsfolk armed up. rifles from shops. Outlaws were shot down in the street. Cole, Jim, Bob Younger captured. 3 dead. Jesse and Frank escaped wounded. The gang was shattered. Youngers were gone. Jesse rebuilt small, took new recruits like the Ford brothers. They kept robbing and kept running. Lived under aliases. He married Zerelda Mims, his cousin, in 1874. They had 2 kids. The trust eroded. Rewards grew. $10,000, dead or alive. Time for a rifle break. Trust is gold in hard times. Jesse rode with brothers, cousins, friends, then watched them all fall or turn. When you live outside the law, loyalty frays. Men sell out for money, fear, or pardon. The lesson here, build your circle strong. But know, betrayal waits around the corner. Choose allies who die for you, not sell you. And never turn your back, even on your own. Act 3, The Cost and the Crown. April 3rd, 1882. Bob Ford, promised amnesty and reward, shoots Jesse in the back while he fixes a picture. Jesse falls. Ford and brother Charlie surrender, and they get pardoned. Frank surrenders later, acquitted or charges dropped. He lives to 1915. Jesse's body was displayed, then buried on the family farm. They exhumed him in 1995. DNA confirms it's him. No faking death, no survival tales true. The legend exploded. Dime novels, songs, movies. The Robin Hood myth stuck. Robbing rich railroads, fighting Reconstruction. But the truth? He was a cold killer, thief, terrorist shaped by war's hate. He died, betrayed at 34. He left a name that echoes louder than his crimes. The Reckoning. Listen, brother. Jesse James wasn't a hero. He was a guerrilla turned robber. He killed for revenge, then for gold. He fed the myth himself, but the myth outgrew him. War made him. Hate drove him. Greed finished him. And betrayal ended him. Your lesson? The frontier rewarded the bold, but it devours the reckless. Fight for what's right. Family, honor, justice. But when revenge becomes your god, it consumes you. Choose the path that builds, not burns. Legends are made in the fire. But real men, they endure the ashes. Next week we ride with the Apache warrior who defied 2 nations, Geronimo. Until then, stay hard, stay dangerous, and I'll see you on the trail.